Hi guys, so this is the type of a video that I don't really want to edit too much. I'm gonna leave all the or like the silence that might occur. I don't know, I think you've watched a reaction to a trailer that I posted yesterday. It was The Last of Us Part 2 trailer. I was really excited that they're going to post it, but I think I didn't really know everything that I was supposed to know as I was reacting to it, and I realized this based on the trailer comments, on the reaction comments. Basically, what I want to say is, I told you in that reaction trailer that I am not going to read any The Last of Us Part 2 leaks nor spoilers, and the point of that video is not really sharing these leaks or spoilers or anything like that. I don't really want to discuss that. The point of that video is to sort of share what I feel right now. Going back to the beginning, I knew about the leaks that happened in April, I think. I knew that there were some spoilers going on, and I knew that people were very much displeased and not happy with what they heard. But as I said in that reaction trailer last night, yesterday, the one that I posted yesterday, I was still on board. I was still giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I still thought to myself, hey, like, maybe this is out of context, maybe we don't know everything, and I still think that, but I don't know, I was thinking that whatever happens, I was like expecting the worst based on the people's reactions. I was thinking that maybe it will be presented well enough that it won't really be an issue, but I was thinking about Game of Thrones the other day. I know this is out of the blue right now, but you'll get what I'm talking about in a second. A year ago, I was so obsessed with Game of Thrones, and season 8 was on. I was really excited about the ending, and as I kept watching the episodes, it kept getting worse and worse, and I read some leaks and spoilers, but it was much worse with Game of Thrones because there were some leaks and spoilers every single day, and most of them were fake. And one of these days, a year ago, I read this whole script for season 8, and it was so bad and so terrible, and I hated it. This was like the worst outcome. I chose not to believe that, and I sort of forgot about it. I kept watching this season, and then as I was watching the season, I realized that leak that I saw was probably true, but I was still hoping that it's not true. I was still thinking that maybe at the end of the day it will be okay. Well, it wasn't. If you've been watching season 8 of Game of Thrones, you know that it really wasn't okay. It ended terribly. These final episodes weren't handled well, and it was a terrible feeling because I kept clinging on to this hope. I kept thinking that it will possibly be okay, but it never was. Up to this day, I'm a bit sad about that ending, and I'm so upset. Basically, what I realized, I don't want that to happen with The Last of Us Part 2. I don't want to start playing the game thinking, hey, it's going to be great. What people said was probably out of context, and what people said was probably like exaggerated. So many people commented under my reaction trailer that that trailer is misleading, that it's out of context, and that the game is not what it is in the trailer, that they're sort of misleading us. They want us to buy the game. As I woke up today, a couple of hours ago, I decided to actually read the leaks. I realized that I cannot go into this game blindly. Normally I would have. This was my best intention, but I realized that I cannot play that game thinking that it will be okay, and I cannot realize as we're going further along into the game, that it's going to turn out badly. So I read the leaks today. I don't really want to share them too much. I think if you're watching that video, that means that you probably read them as well. I still think that the game might be just fine. I still think that the game might be okay. I think they worked hard on it, and they spent years on working on it. There's a whole team behind it, actors and so many amazing people. But I'm so heartbroken and so disappointed. I feel like my day or even my week or even my entire month is ruined because of that. If they actually go for it, and it seems like they will, it seems like they did, if this is what's going to happen, I'm particularly talking about that one thing with Joel that happens by the close to the beginning of the game, and then the ending as well. It's just not what I imagined for The Last of Us, and this is not what I expected. Obviously, the game doesn't need to be what you expect it to be. It doesn't always need to be happy. It doesn't need to have a happy ending. But if you think about The Last of Us Part 1 ending, it was, well, ambiguous. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but it stuck with you, and it was something else. And I guess I knew that they would sort of surprise us. I didn't really think that it would be what we would expect it to be, but I didn't expect that. I think the leaks portray a game that's really dark and very violent for no good reason, I think. I know the purpose of it is to show us that violence exists, but I mean, we know that it exists, and I'm still hoping that the game will be fine, well developed, and I'm still going to play it, I'm still going to buy it, I'm still going to record it, but I'm just heartbroken, to be honest, because Joe and Ellie mean so much to me, and the first game meant so much to me, and I really wanted that second game to be just as good. And I was thinking, hey, whatever is out there in these leaks, it cannot be that bad. Then I read the leaks and I realized it is that bad. So I still want to play it. I still want to have that experience with you, because I didn't really read these leaks carefully. I think it's one hell of a depressing game. Obviously, there are some games that don't end well, depending on your choice, like Life is Strange. If you decide to sacrifice Chloe, then it doesn't really end well, but it's still a good game. In the case of The Last of Us Part 2, it just seems like it's mostly very dramatic and very violent and very dark for the sole purpose of being dark. I know they'll probably have a whole idea behind it, a whole purpose behind their solution, but if you go for a certain solution, and I'm talking about that thing that happens close to the beginning of the game, mostly with Joel, no matter how well you develop it, you can portray it beautifully, dramatically, poetically even, but it doesn't change the fact that it happens. It's hard to swallow that, what I read, and I don't feel okay with that. I feel really sad about that. You told me in the comments, in that case you have to read the leaks, you should read the leaks. I was thinking maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll give the game a shot, and I still will, but you were right. It's worth knowing. It took me like 20 seconds of Googling to find these leaks. Like, I haven't read all of that. I read the most important things, and it's just really dark and really sad and really dramatic, and I think The Last of Us is Joe and Ellie. It's always been Joe and Ellie. I think they forgot about that in the second game. Really don't like what I saw. Now, there's one thing that I still don't get. Some people said that the game is too progressive. I don't understand why, because maybe I haven't read the leaks well carefully enough to get that. Is it because that one person is supposed to be trans? I don't know. I wouldn't really pay attention to that. I don't get that. I don't get that. I'm not certain if I'm going to read any more about that. What I'm trying to say is what I read about that second part, about the plot, made me not want to continue replaying The Last of Us on my PC4. I was in the middle of a playthrough, and right now, knowing what I know, I don't really want to continue. It sucks because we were happy about that. Everyone was so excited about The Last of Us Part 2. Everyone was very happy about it. The developers, that they will finally release it, us, the players, that will finally get to continue our story playing as Ellie or as Joel. So I'm confused and I'm sad. I'm very much open-minded, and I get that there's still so much that we don't know. So many things are out of context. Possibly it will be very dramatic but beautiful in its own way. But it's hard for me to imagine accepting certain solutions, especially when it comes to Joe, especially what happens to Ellie, especially what we're gonna have to do as players. It's just hard to accept. So yeah, you were right. I posted the trailer last night. I wish I haven't posted that reaction, because I knew nothing, just like Jon Snow. And now I know more. You know me, you know that I'm open-minded. You know that I don't really judge product without having a proper chance to like examine it myself. You know that I'm really far from judging whatever and whomever. So I think it says a lot that I'm bummed out right now. And I feel sorry for Naughty Dog, like they worked hard on that. I feel like they probably had a point. I feel like they probably had a whole idea behind it, and maybe they even believe that this is the right thing to do. Maybe it will be. There's still a chance that it will actually turn out great. They're still very confident with their product, but what I'm saying today, right now, is that I have my doubts, and I'm very concerned, and I will still be playing it. There's so much I don't know. This will be a new adventure, even though I know certain things. But I'm very much concerned, and well, today I'm just sad because of what I found out. So that's what I wanted to say. Won't edit that video too much. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Bye.